Hollis said, you're looking for consistent players. He had 11 threes on Wednesday night, comes back with 6 threes today. What's that like for you to see him? You'll be able to put together back-to-back performances where he's knocking down shots.
Yeah, not only that, he started off 0 for 3, and he was able to reset himself, which was really good. So, very proud of him. The last game, I think he had 6 against UNC Greensboro, and he came back and had 0 against VCU. So we made a big point of, staying consistent in routine. You got to be grounded in your routine when things are going well and when things are going poorly. The routine's what keeps you anchored. And so, very pleased with him. I thought we had good, good balance today, led by him. I thought Q set the tone early in the game, did a good job, was really unselfish. I thought Trey played one of his better games. A couple mistakes, but I thought he played well. So it was one of our better performances.
First half, one of the more efficient offensive performances you guys have had all season. Second half, Ole Miss outscores you. I mean, just your thoughts on what the difference was between the first and second half.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a good Christmas, so I don't want to get too there's a lot of stuff the baseline out of bounds. There's a lot of stuff I'm not. But the short answer is, our offense wasn't as efficient. We didn't get on the offensive glass. We weren't able to stir up the defense enough. We took some quick shots, which led to the other part of it is they played more of their shooters. They had us more spread out. In the first half, we could sit in the gaps on those drives, which is why they were turning it over and they were shooting a bunch of mid-range jump shots that we could rebound. When they went to those shooters and had us spread like that, it was a lot more difficult, a lot more challenging for us to guard them.
Going into the season, you had absolute belief that you would get sophomore year Trey Hollerman from three-point land. Now, how much does it add when he's 44% now, 44+%, playing off of Q in the offense?
Makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. His shooting's kind of been, propping him up in terms of being efficient player for us. That's why it's so detrimental when he has non-efficient games like he did against Kansas, because the shooting is really the separator for him and for our team. And so, but Trey's been working, gets in the gym, works hard, does what we ask him to do, and I'm proud of the way he's responded too. Taking him out of the starting lineup and coming off the bench, it's allowed our flow and some of our stuff to be a little bit better in terms of the subs. But I think it was certainly the shooting is a huge piece. Look, we shoot the ball well. That's kind of what we're built on, and I was proud of him and how he's been shooting it and how he's been working as well.
On the other side, Darian went 0 for 8 today. How's he doing in terms of his shoulder and all of that?
His shoulder's fine. So look, we're not going to win many games with him going 0 for 8. So we certainly, we're certainly going to need better than that. But the shoulder, the shoulder was fine.
Walking back into this arena, did you get any flashbacks a little bit of how much the team has changed since the South Carolina game?
Not really, but that's a good point. We've gotten better. We're not where we need to be. We're not where we want to be. But we're better than we were. We're not who we're going to be. But we're better than who we were. So I thought defensively in the first half we were really good outside of the last 3 minutes. But that was our offense, once again, turned the ball over. They did a great job. They scouted our end of half play. So it's a read option type play, and they scouted that and they ran through the pass. That was great coaching on their part. But look, we've made progress, but they all count from here on out in the ACC, and so we got a lot of work ahead of us, within the league.
Is there a sense of relief knowing that you
No.
No?
There's no relief. No, we've got 18 league games and 0 relief. Look, we've got to play better than we played today. We've got to get better every day. And so, no, there's no, look, I'm happy we won. It's great. But when we get back on the 26th, we've got massive amounts of work that we've got to do. We've got massive amounts of improvement that we have to make. And, look, we've put ourselves, you always want to try to win double-digit non-conference. We fell short of that. I think we won, what, we're 9-4, something like that? What are we? 8-4, 9-4? What are we, Craig?
9-4.
9-4, all right. You gotta know that.
Yeah.
All right, we're 9-4. I mean, so you want to try to win 10, but look, we need some guys to step up. I mean, that's just what it is. We played 7 guys basically today. I played the 7 guys I feel most comfortable with. The 7 guys that give me confidence. The 7 guys basically that I trust. You know, hopefully Santa brings me an 8th man for Christmas. That would be nice. But I mean, there's one year, my previous job, we played in a high major league. We came in second in the league and won a ton of games and played 6 guys. We had 4 of the top 5 in minutes. And we played our best player. He played 40 minutes for 8 straight games to end the year. So I got no problem playing 7 guys. We played Scotty a little bit, but you know, it's kind of. But we need an 8th guy to step up, and we need an 8th guy, and that starts with practice and allowing us to trust you in practice, and then when we put you in the games, producing in the games. So that's really, you know, that's really what we need to continue take the step. And we got to keep these other guys. You know, we got to have these other guys play at a high level, because what happens is when you do this, now you can't let Allen get comfortable because he's feeling good about himself. You can't let Trey, like, these guys can't get, you can't let guys get comfortable. Vin never gets comfortable because that's just how Vin's wired. But we've got to keep those guys playing at a high level. We got to bring another one. I mean, I'd love to play 9, but I'm begging to get 8 right now. But we've got to get that right.
What do you feel like Terrence Arsenault and Jerry Ding need to do in order to build that trust with you and get those minutes?
Be more consistent and practice better.
Having coached in the SEC, what are some of the things stylistically that Ole Miss does that can help you guys for ACC play?
Well, they're physical. You know, their bigs are really, they have a flotilla of bigs. They have 4 guys that roll in there and just see who's playing well. They're physical, they're athletic. I mean, we couldn't reverse the ball against them. I mean, Dia does that every game, and we went over it like 10 times, and he just ran through the passes. So, I mean, they're big, they're physical, they're athletic. But I thought we were able to keep their guards in front, which was critical.
One guy that you give a lot of credit to, and you have all along, is Q. He plays with so much fire and passion out there. How can his personality inject some life in trying to get some more guys to step up?
You know,
Can he inject any more life? Is it possible for him to give more?
yeah, you guys get to see him twice a week. I got to deal with him every day. You know, the referee told me today, oh, I love, I said, yeah, you see him once a month. You know, you get to see him once a month. Oh, I love the interview. Okay, yeah. You know, he's like that at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, too. Which, there's a lot of value to that. I mean, look, I think Q, look, we'd be in real trouble without him. And I mean, he's been better and more than I could have ever thought when we brought him. I mean, quite frankly, just being frank, I mean, he's playing a role that I didn't envision when we brought him with us from McNeese. You know, and you could argue it's part of the reason we've struggled is he's playing a huge role. But that wasn't what I envisioned. But give him credit, man. I mean, he's like I don't want to say what I usually say. He's like I always say this. It's somewhat clean, but I always tell him all the time, like he's like a cockroach. Like he's hard to kill. And you can't every time you write him off or every time you let him, he just comes back and comes back. He keeps coming. He's got an unbelievable level of persistence to him. And he's been great. He translates the stuff for the guys for me. And I think I said it after the last game. I think we're getting everything we can out of him. I think we're getting everything we can out of Van Allen and Lubin. And I think the last couple games, Paul's played, but outside of that, we got more and a lot of those guys. And we got to squeeze every bit out of the tube that we can with those guys. But Q being our point guard, and, what do you have, 9 assists today? 3 turnovers. I mean, assist to turnover ratios for the season's darn near 2.5 to 1. I mean, we can't ask much more from what he's doing from a basketball standpoint and from a just energy. I don't want to call it leadership, but energy and effort standpoint. So I'm very, I'm very proud of him.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.